Hello everyone, welcome to New Gen Politics. Biden set to double down on January 6 attacks on Trump as Bidenomics message deflates. President Biden will blast former President Trump as a threat to democracy on Friday. According to this article by Fox News, President Biden's campaign is doubling down on January 6 related attacks against former President Trump in the coming weeks following the poor performance of the White House's Bidenomics messaging. Biden will launch a new wave of attacks on Friday, framing Trump as a threat to democracy during his speech at Valley Forge, Pennsylvania. Senior campaign officials highlighted the location's connection with George Washington and Trump's attempts to cling to power, contradicting Washington's willingness to step down from office, according to Axios. Quote, "Over the last 3 years, MAGA Republicans haven't shifted away from the big lie. They've doubled down," Biden's campaign manager told NBC News. Biden has given speeches on the anniversary of January 6 in both 2022 and 2023, but he refrained from mentioning Trump either time. He is expected to take a different approach on Friday. Biden's campaign is mirroring the pivot with a new ad focusing on Trump and January 6th. In the ad, Biden says, quote, "All of us are being asked right now, what will we do to maintain our democracy? History is watching. The world is watching. And most importantly, our children and grandchildren will hold us responsible." So why the shift? Why the shift from Bidenomics being the main focus of the turning point in the election to January 6th? Well, it's because Bidenomics doesn't work. It wasn't even a plan. The way Biden has ruined the economy is astonishing and is incredibly visible. People go to the grocery store, they fill up at the gas station, and they see it, undoubtedly. And recently, Biden has attempted to lower the price of gas by increasing supply in order to make it seem like the economy is doing better than it actually is, just before the election year. But the same can't be said for food and necessities. People go to the store and things cost twice as much as they did when Trump was president. Their money goes half as far. The wages haven't risen substantially. People can't afford homes, they can't afford cars, and there's only being more and more legislation to cripple the economy. So the Biden administration is hoping you don't believe your lying eyes when it comes to the economy. And they realize it's not going to work. The economy is the most important issue for people, and Biden has ruined it. He has set the economy so far back and has done such irreparable damage that people can't take it. They can't justify voting for Biden over the economy. And to put focus on the economy is a bad move for the Biden campaign because they're drawing attention to the fact that they've completely failed in their economic agenda. So what they need to do is they need to pivot. And when you don't want to talk about the economy, you pivot to social issues. And the greatest social issue that affects our country right now specifically is this quote-unquote threat to democracy. And namely, Trump being a threat to democracy, him being a dictator, him being an insurrectionist, whatever you want to call him, that's what they perceive is that Trump is a threat to democracy. And so in order to stop a threat to democracy, we have to remove him from the ballot. We have to throw him in prison. We have to make it so he's not allowed to run, so the people don't even have a chance to elect him because he's a threat to democracy. So get rid of people's right to democratically elect a leader in order to protect their democracy. That's the new line that they're throwing out. And even that I don't think will go very far. Because every single attack that happens, Trump goes up in the polls. Every single time he's indicted, every single time he's removed from a ballot, even to the point where his Republican running mates, the people who should be praying for Trump's downfall in order for them to become president, are coming out and saying, like, this is ridiculous. We can't have presidential candidates removed from the ballot. It's absurd. That's what third world countries do. That's what corrupt dictatorships do. Not what America does. But that's what we've become. That's what we've become as a country. That's what we do now. Arrest your political opponents, kick them out of office, slander them, lie, do whatever it takes in order to protect democracy. So I'm curious, what do you think? Do you think that the Biden administration is making the right move here? Should they stop talking about the economy and completely focus on January 6th? Do you think the way they're portraying January 6th and that Trump is fully responsible for it, do you think that will sway votes away from Trump and towards Biden? Or do you think this attempt, much like the Biden economics one, will flounder? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.